Hey, Cage Siders, remember me? Sean Rueter. This is Like a House of Fire, a very occasional video cast series starring me, starring, use that term liberally. You can always find me here on Cage Side Seats. You can find me on Twitter, most frequently on Monday nights at S1Rude. I'm joined tonight by my co-host, Minnie, aka The Newt. She's had a very busy day. She's exhausted, but she's agreed to help out anyway. That was just for the cat aficionados. I'll cut that out for dog lovers, people who don't give a crap about that. Although you're horrible people. Um, so yeah, sorry I haven't been around. Life. What can I tell you? Part of it is also this. I've got some technological issues, which is why I'm wearing the headset for this, even though I won't have Matt Roth talking in my ear like I do on most Monday nights. Um, which is good for all kinds of different reasons. Just kidding, Matt. Love you, buddy. So, yeah. So sorry I haven't been around. This is, whoever was the face in peril on this has been really been doing the work because now I'm tagged in. I'm in like I'm hot tagged like a house fire. That's the name. Plug, plug, plug. So we'll see. Not a lot happening this week. I think I spoke last time about sort of my lack of enthusiasm for some things these days. That's hello, Manny. Um, that's gotten a little bit better, I think. I think they've been rolling out some good stuff lately, as discussed on Matt and my post show um, recap review things. So it's been kind of a slow news week, but things have been going better, and there's definitely been stuff that's gone on since I've last spoken to y'all. Because it's been a while. So one thing that keeps popping up over and over and over again is some big returns for potentially WrestleMania 31. One is Stone Cold Steve Austin, who is back in cahoots with his old nemesis Vince McMahon, at least to do some business. WWE is said to be promoting his podcast on their television programs, while in exchange for Mr. Austin promoting the WWE Network, which you can get for $9.99 a month. I heard on those podcasts, and that is supposedly greasing the wheels for a return to WWE television in some capacity. And there are also reports that he is in training and feeling good about an in-ring return, maybe for WrestleMania 31. Now Austin's, the dream match for Austin and for a lot of fans, including myself, was against Mr. Punk, CM that is, who doesn't look to be coming back anytime soon. So that is probably off the table. So, who would Stone Cold possibly work with? One name that I have not heard, and I'm surprised that I haven't heard, is the other, person who makes our rumor roundup, and whose name is thrown around the dirt screen so much that fans get sick of it. Some fans, anyway. A lot of people still click. Even the fans that are sick of it probably still click. Is the man called Sting, who is certainly doing things with WWE. He's in the WWE 2K15 video game. He has licensed merchandise out with them. He has done some promotion around that video game, and I know the action figures that is part of the merchandising deal that he's doing with them. He's apparently doesn't have an in-ring contract or a contract to do anything on television, and his long presumed WWE WrestleMania opponent, The Undertaker, is also maybe off of the table. We haven't, the rumors around him are just kind of ridiculous. He looks all right to me. He looks thin, but hopefully he's healthy, whether or not he comes back. So, but that doesn't seem to be something like that. The loss of the streak is one thing, and then his potential, any potential health issues that he may have had from just a career of getting his ass kicked for our entertainment seem to be taking him out of the WrestleMania 31 picture. So, why not, the two biggest icons of pro wrestling's biggest era facing off? I mean, there's any number of stories you could put together. I would be happy to let those two dudes go sit in a room and come up with something. Austin certainly has one of the best minds for the business of anybody ever, and Sting seems to, they both seem to share a being protective of their character thing, which I respect a lot. And so I think you could, just as simple as, Sting gets announced, introduced by Vince McMahon, the glass cracks and that pop goes nuclear, off of already what would be huge from Sting. Maybe do that at the Rumble. And, one of the big rumored angles for Sting Undertaker was just going to be like respect and proving who's the best. So just do that here again. You could try to get a little bit more creative with it, but I almost don't see what the point would be. You know, this could this could make up for the invasion in a lot of senses, which is one of the most biggest missed opportunities in pro wrestling history. So, they're both at the similar point in their career. They could both, with enough time, they could put together something that could be a fun 10, 15-minute match that hopefully wouldn't cause either of them to do too much damage to themselves. And and who wouldn't buy that? I'm not the biggest Attitude Era mark. I've discussed on here and a lot of other places that I was sort of a lapsed fan at that point by virtue of my age. I've caught up on a lot of it in retrospect, but I don't have a nostalgia for it. But still, it's fucking Sting versus Stone Cold. Who wouldn't buy that? So I think that's a no-brainer. I think as a booking bonus, and an advantage of not having either guy play a true heel. I think you could have somebody like do the Shawn Michaels heel role that he did with Hogan and step in and become a little villainous, but I think both guys are going to get cheered no matter what you do. So, but take the opportunity to have a Seth Rollins or a heel turn Dean Ambrose if you've got Daniel Bryan back and you've got Batista back maybe, and you've got Reigns back, you've got some other baby faces, or debut a Kevin Steen. Have some of those guys after Austin pins Sting. I would assume that Vince would want to have his guy go over somebody who he doesn't think is his guy. And plus, when does Stone Cold show up and not end his segment by stunnering somebody? Have Kevin Steen or Seth Rollins attack Sting afterwards to make that person and get some more heat on them. I just don't. I don't know. I'd be curious to hear what you guys think. Would that make sense? I mean, would you rather see one of these two guys try to work with somebody younger and make them, or do you just go for the biggest payday and put them together? Like I said, I'll be honest with you. Part of this is that I don't really want to see. I don't want to see Cena Stone Cold. I don't want to see. I mean, the Rock feud was okay for what it was, but I don't need to see that redone. I don't need to see Cena cemented in that way over either of these guys. I don't know. I think you get just as much heat off of a young guy by doing something post-match, doing something outside of a formal match, whereas you can have a nice moment with an in-ring match between these two. So barring Taker being cleared to go, I don't see what else makes more sense to me. I don't see what else would make more money. So let me know what you think. That's my 2 cents on on my attempt to throw a ton of hot rumors in one video cast. But it is something that I've been thinking about a lot and that I hadn't seen elsewhere. So hopefully it's a relatively fresh take and a good topic for everybody. And if the quality on this bad boy is all right, hopefully I will be back at least once a week. My schedule, I had some personal crap that took up some time, but that is okay now. So just my usual insane schedule. But I love talking about this stuff, and I appreciate the audience a great deal. So I will be back like a house of fire on Cage Side Seats. Say goodbye, Minnie. Goodbye, Minnie. All right. You can make fun of me for that forever. Deal with it.